Hey, what's up, locker room? Do you know when we were shooting the show The White House today, the news broke when it came out that the Baltimore Ravens has nicked the trade for Maxx Crosby. I went flat bat crazy. Because see, I remember who was in second place. I remember the Cowboys, I think they had a first and a third, moved it up to a first and a second. And then Baltimore scooped in with 2 first rounders and took the deal. Now what happens, folks? What happens now is the Raiders are in some serious situations. You've already put in all these free agents who you need to have some money to pay and who you can sign Wednesday at 4 p.m. And now that Maxx Crosby's back on your team, you don't have the money. And you got to start moving, shaking, baking, and finding the dollar to make it holler so you can sign those guys that you have promised. And those guys they lost deals that they had because they took the deal that you put on the table. And if you ain't got no money, man, I'm telling you, this is a mess right now. This is a mess. But in all messes come opportunity. And now, if it was the Ravens who stole them, who got them with the 2 first-round picks, and now they go away. Now comes the Cowboys with that first and second. But I heard now the Cowboys are intimating that they are not interested because now the Ravens put out there's an issue here. There's a health issue. So now we can't give up 2 first rounders for a guy with a health issue. And we don't know. Cowboys are saying we're not interested now because they're saying, well, we already got Gary, but please don't worry about that. That's just cap. They're just saying that. They're negotiating. They're saying to them, you blew it. We will not come back with that first and that second because we've already used a 4th, 5th, whatever they used on getting the other pass rusher. But that's cap. That's just cap. Now, OT Genesis come in. And the Cowboys, who said they are not interested, meant this. They are not interested at that old price anymore. But if you're going to OT Genesis thing where you got to cut it. Your price is way too high. You got to cut it. Your price is way too high. You got to cut it. Your price is way too high. You got to cut it. And when you cut it, we're going to cut back in here. And we're going to give up that first. A first rounder. We'll still go up first round. Jerry going to try to give up a second rounder and a third rounder. Because now desperation going to set in. Just business. But I believe it'll end up a first rounder and a third rounder. And the Dallas Cowboys will be landing. That man, that plan to be playing in Baltimore, I'll be playing for the Cowboys. I'm shocked that the Ravens went this deep in the paint. This deep in the paint and didn't have better info on Maxx Crosby's health. There's no way. This looks so bad for the Ravens because to me, it's the Raiders or the Raiders. We know that the Raiders have been a mess. And the Raiders have changed regimes again here. Now, 1 year to Pete Carroll, that's coming off to Josh McDaniels, and then my boy Antonio Pierce. And so they've been dealing with this for a while. They've been dealing with the Maxx Crosby situation. I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. I want to be here, I want to be here. All that. They've been dealing with for a while. But the Ravens have been a steady example of what and how to do things the right way. They've always winning, and John Harbaugh had them always on point. And now, when John Harbaugh leave, this debacle from the Ravens make that front office look like, oh God, you don't know what you're doing without John. And I'm gonna tell you something. This put so much pressure on Lamar Jackson, because now it's about Lamar. Where are you going with this? Right now they still have them. Well, before the Maxx Crosby thing, they had them favorites still to come out of the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens, even after all the moves the Baltimore Ravens have had and all the players they've lost. They had them favored, and it's all because of the guy they play in at quarterback, and that's Lamar Jackson. And now, what can this new coach do? Well, Lamar Jackson just showed you I'm bigger than the old coach. He was here for 20 years, and I got him out of here. Now, you guys know nobody can defend me, but I finally found someone that can. SimplySafe is the only defender that can cover the playmaker. That's because it isn't just another alarm. It's designed to help stop crime before it starts. SimplySafe is customized to act 24/7 so I don't have to worry. I've had my SimplySafe system for a few months now. I love it. It's easy. It is great. They got your back, whether you're busy, asleep, or on a plane, like me. There's no long-term contract, and they even give you an anti-theft guarantee. This month, you can go ahead and take 50% off a new system. Go get yourself security that helps stop crime before it happens. Go to SimplySafe.com/playmaker. That's SimplySafe.com/playmaker to get the discount. Remember, there is no safe like SimplySafe. And don't nobody tell me this. Please, guys, stop. I don't want to be hearing Lamar. I don't think Lamar got John Harbaugh. Lamar. Stop. When they let John Harbaugh walk, Lamar, I think, posted like 100 and praying hands. Something like that. And that was it. Didn't address it, didn't say anything else about that. Are you joking? You think you've been with this coach your whole career? He picked you up when you were down. You were slipping out of the first round. They jumped back in to get you. They believed in you when everybody else thought like you thought, oh, everybody think I'm a running back. I guess I'm a running back. But that's what they were thinking too. And they didn't think enough to think, oh, you're going to be my quarterback. I believe in you. And John Harbaugh did. And you played all those years with him, and no farewell, no thank you, coach. I appreciate you for believing in me. I appreciate you for jumping up in the draft and taking me when everybody else didn't see greatness in me. I didn't see any of that written anywhere. I don't see a letter. Maxx Crosby wrote a letter to all of Raiders Nation when he left, apologizing for not delivering. And you mean to tell me Lamar says nothing about Coach Harbaugh? So I don't need people say, Lamar Jackson ain't said nothing about Coach Harbaugh. That means he said a whole bunch. Sometimes the strongest you can talk is with your silence. And after all of these years of us playing together, being together, doing what we doing, you're silent? Man, you're screaming in my ear when you're silent after that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying, Lamar Jackson, the pressure is on you. And I watched that exchange between Lamar when Dan Orlovsky said it, and then Lamar said the pressure's always been on him. He's right. He's right. But not like this. Because you had a coach that had been there for so long. He has to get some of the blame. Now, it's you, bro. It's all you. And you got to bring your best game right here, right now. And you just lost Maxx Crosby after you lost all the other guys that you lost, and that defense had people running, turning over in their grave last year. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Baltimore Ravens, but I do know this. That pressure will be sitting right above Lamar Jackson head and shoulders. Right here. Right there. He has to show up. He has to show out. And he has to show everyone that he can get it done. He has to show everybody that Coach Harbaugh been holding me back. This is what I'm talking about. Right here, right now, I have to take this thing off. Yeah, incidentally, coincidentally, Josh Allen, you in that same boat. You got a long-time good coach kicked up out of there too. I know it didn't come down like that. And Josh and, Coach McDermott, okay. But that pressure gonna lean on you heavy too. But not like Lamar. But if anybody's built for it, 8 is. Lamar Jackson's built for it. That's my homeboy. I know. He's built to stand up and play when it's time to make that play. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the Ravens. But I'm looking forward also to see what happened with Maxx Crosby. Y'all just keep watching this thing, okay? Keep watching. It was a good day, peeps. And I made it back here safely. And I thank God for it. And I thank God for, like I talked about on the Netflix show, the revelatory gift to help me realize what was going to happen with one Maxx Crosby. He's going to be a Dallas Cowboy. A Dallas